Alright, so this is another Pheedens how-to. This is going to be a real quick how to lower the ride heights on the new NASCAR kits. They're a little bit out of whack out of the box. This is going to be how I personally do it. This doesn't mean this is the right way. There's more than one way to barbecue a cat. And this is the way I do it. So, this is what works for me. Your mileage may vary, and you might find something that works for you. So with all that out of the way, let's get started. We'll get started with the front. So here you have the main front suspension piece here. Let's get it in focus. Alright, so this is your main suspension piece here. So now what I do to lower it is, you see this little nub here? What that does is, that is for you to attach the that is for the front brakes. The front brake rotor locks into it like that. Okay, so what we do is we remove that. I'm just going to use my spruce cutters here to remove it. So remove that little nub. Now normally I would shave it flat, remove the excess plastic. You can get a nice flat surface. So what I do then, take the brake rotor, and here's your wheel back. Now it is almost kind of pointless to use the brakes because the wheel back covers up the brakes. You know, I got ahead of myself here. So what we got to do also is, one of the other issues with the kit is the wheels and tires stick too far out. That's because mainly because this right here is one reason why, and this back here, there's so much excess plastic, it pushes everything out. So we just cut that off. We'll cut the so we removed all that excess plastic. Now we have, if I can't drop it, now we have a smooth sides. So getting back to what I was talking about. So we move the brake rotor inside the wheel back, and then when this piece is attached to the chassis, that's when you need to do. You need to have the body on. You just simply move the wheel back up to set your ride height. You're going to move it up. Hope that makes some sort of sense. So basically, you're going to come up to like about there, give or take. Anyway, I think you kind of get the idea. That's for the front. For the rear, it's a little more simple than that. So these are the rear springs. And all I do for the rear springs may not be most accurate, but I just take my cutters here, and I just find a spot, and I just lob it off. The rear end will now sit a little bit lower. Obviously, I do a little bit of cleanup and stuff, and sometimes I have to add a little bit of some shims in there to get the right height adjusted. Basically, you want the top of the rear wheel well. I'll give you an example. Basically, you want it to sit like that, and out of the box, it kind of sits like that a little bit. So you just want it to sit right there, kind of on top of the top of the fender there. Same with the front end. So that is basically how I do my lowering. I hope that makes some sense. Thanks for watching.